What are the values excluded from the domain and range of the function f of x is equal to x plus 3 all over 2x plus 5? All right, so let's go ahead and we'll focus on the domain first. So for our domain, we know that there's two types of cases that we need to look out for, right? We don't need to have a negative square root, or we don't want to have 0 in our denominator. Looking at the function given to us, which is rational, I think we need to be careful about this denominator equaling 0. So again, what I do for that is I take my denominator, 2x plus 5, and I set that not equal to 0, right? Because again, that is what we are trying to avoid. So let's go ahead and solve to see what that solution might be. So I'll go ahead and begin with minusing 5 on both sides. Then I'm given that 2x is not equal to negative 5. Divide by 2 on both sides, and I see that x cannot equal negative 5/2. Okay, so therefore I can go ahead and eliminate this one. That one looks good, that one looks good so far. Not quite. Okay, so now let's go ahead and talk about the range. So for our range, recall there's 3 different instances that can occur. If it is the case that I have a bigger exponent on top of a smaller exponent, then for us, right now at least, y does not exist. It's not available for now. If it is the case that I have the same exponent on the top and the bottom, then I have the coefficient, the ratio of my coefficients. If it is the case that my numerator is smaller than my denominator, then it is the case that y is equal to 0. Okay, so let's look at our function here. We have x plus 3 all over 2x plus 5. Now I look to my highest exponent. Here it is missing. I see I don't have them, so I can always put an invisible 1 and an invisible 1. So comparing my numerator and my denominator, I see that they're both the same. So what I need to do is I take the leading coefficients and I take the ratio of those. So therefore, the coefficient in front of this x is an invisible 1, and the coefficient in front of this x is 2. So y should equal 1/2, or should not equal 1/2, right? Okay, so I can look here between my last two answer choices. It can be 1/2 or 2. Definitely not 2. 1/2 is going to be our solution here.